It's a race against Rushit. This is lower bracket round 4 of the LAN seeding tournament. That is going to be in a couple of weeks. The winner of this game goes on to play Visual. We'll catch that game straight afterwards, but it's going to be the Rushit team on the attack off the bat. Coop gets off an early rifle shot towards side lamp. Is taken down the Merc, who is going to be playing for a race instead of Azure, who's actually on holiday at the moment. Strikeout on side, should I say. Buzzer is going to be able to take down one, but the revive will probably come in. Squiz is going to be speedy towards that main entrance. He is known for this sort of work. He has got SA to do it. He did spot a leg underneath the truck. He has forced him to sort of kill out, and main is all clear for the ally team, and you're going to see Cherry just walk on in and get that plant down, no problem at all. And that's a pretty decently speedy first main plant. And now, of course, if they just watch that blow up, basically they will get that flag for free, and they'll be spawning in the main area. You do see Knight with a suit here. He's got Mouse for support on side, but he has been taken down, so Knight's going to be a bit hidey for a little bit. He doesn't want to get taken down. They're going to try and get that boost up on side. They have got 2 or 3 players to deal with. Squiz gets in a Panzer shot. Snatics pushed off the edge with the Panzer, I think, with the grenade maybe. I think I said Squiz did the Panzer shot. I'm not sure what's going on. 3 guys pushing towards side. 2 players to deal with. A race like this very aggressive defense on the up top area. The Lamp has managed to take 2 down. Buzzer got the other frag in, I think. On main though, Knight has managed to get his hands on another suit. Main has blown. They have got their defense set up here already, and we do see Tony is trying to get out of dodge as he is still here defending this side area. No plant has gone down yet on this side door. It is going down as I say that. So a reasonable start here for the Rushit team. They took a bit of time getting that side plant down, really. 2 minutes. Nice start for Erase, but it's all about this CP defense. You can generally tell how well a CP defense is going to hold within the first like 30 seconds. That first rush can be very hard to deal with. We are going to try and pick up someone important in the CP. Nice crew served MG frags coming in for my man Snatics. Panzer from Cherry comes in. Rifle grenades got to be on point from Tony at the moment. He's not in position really to get those big spam kills in. Double grenade comes in. One of them was a teammate, and I think that's it. I think that's it for Rushit. One more player to deal with at CP. Kind of losing the plot at the moment as 4 or 5 players are in the CP area for Rushit. 2 frags really coming in for a race, and as I said, you generally find out how well the defense is going to hold at CP within about the first 30 seconds, and it didn't even last that long. So they have got their hands on the CP. We have got I think that's Cherry just building it up. Yeah, I think it actually was Coop, and they're going to push on towards east, and they give themselves a nice long amount of time to get east and west. East is that sort of like primary objective once you get CP, because it's just so close. It's going to be Coop just sticking on the rifle at the moment. I'm going to pick up some Erase players. Haven't seen too much of them at the moment. Player playing on these parts. He's going to have quite a few players to deal with. I think 1 or 2 players had managed to make it to towards the tank depot already, and you do see 2 or 3 more maybe making it around the back. Lamp is going to come on face to face with multiple players. Snatics on top of the roof there, getting a double frag, and this is a pretty decent start for a race on this east part's defense. They want to just slow them down as much as possible, as we're going to pick up Snatics. He's been getting a couple of frags in. He's going to have a couple more players to deal with this. It's going to be 1 player to push around the back of the tank depot. The objective has got picked up by the allies, and they're well away. It's Squiz. I went free cam and he's gone. And he's going to be able to make it through CP as well. He's just going to plow straight out. No problem for Squiz. He might have someone to deal with, but it's unlikely as he's so quick. It's going to be difficult for someone to really get into position. But we're going to pick him up. Lots of frags coming in for Rushit at West, though. I'm going to stick with Squiz for the moment. And we're going to see if he can just get the objective in the back of the truck. He's going to have a bit of freedom to just push out. All those frags sort of like allowing him to just push out through the flag area and secure that objective. And fortunately for Erase, they have managed to set up at West now. they had a lot of players just get killed out at the same time, and that can be very hard to deal with as a defensive team. If 4 players of your team get killed in 2 seconds, you're pretty much relying on those last 2 players to get in revives and so on. Whereas if you're getting someone killed every 4 or 5 seconds, you've still got 4 or 5 players up at all times. So it is a really nice impact to have as an ally team if you can just get loads of frags at the same time. There's a 2-man defense of this back spawn for the Axis, and they're doing a good job at the moment. I have seen Snatics get plenty of frags already this game. The Frenchman just playing east and back at the moment. He has been taken down just on the spawn time. Let's see if we can pick Snatics back up. He has got a few people to do already. This back spawn is very key to the Allies' success rate here on radar. They have to sort of take it over and force the defensive team to at least spawn back. As you see, they are trying to overwhelm them in the spawn and just sort of like make them fear respawning here. Snatics doesn't have too much fear at the moment. He did spot someone. He is going to be able to take down Knight. Nice frag, and he is going to just hold on for the full spawn. Oh, interesting dance moves there. As we're going to see Squid push through main, instantly taken down by Buzzer. Squiz is going to try and bounce across. He's going to kill out, but going to keep on the Dutchman. Squids, aka Paluki, not Paliku. I always call him Paluki. I don't know. He wants to push through main. He's going to get taken down by Buzzer once more, and those main pushes not really working out too well for Rushit at the moment, but they have managed to take over the back spawn quite heavily. Buzzer and player, Snatics and player would normally respawn here, but with this sort of setup for the attacking team, I don't think they'll risk it. They see 3 or 4 players here. They have lost one already. Player still in position, just sort of lurking around. He's going to just get 1 frag and maybe 2, so maybe going to try and clear it out for his team. They might risk the respawning. I'm going to stick on player for a moment. They know Knight's there, and they are indeed going to respawn back at the back spawn. So once Axis give this up, it's very hard to take back, and B, it just allows the allies so much easy pressure onto West. So you don't want to give this up too easily, while at the same time you don't want to force respawning here and get out for full, and that would just put so much pressure on West. As you do see actually most of the defense getting dropped. Lots of revives coming in though. The respawn will be coming in very soon for Erase. There we go. But it has just given the freedom for Cherry just to bounce across from that upper balcony area here. He's going to get his hands on the objective. The mine doing its work though. SA getting that double frag in. And most of the allied team have been shut down, as we do see 1 player I think sort of lurking around here. It is Coop. He hasn't got much backup. He is going to get overwhelmed. 2 or 3 players just shooting, just taking him down pretty simply there. As at the moment, Erase have sort of like battled back after losing that CP so quickly. You can get those free minutes at CP, you know. You defend for CP for 1 or 2 minutes, just add some more time to the clock, but they didn't really do anything. I think it was pretty much the freedom. Allies barely stopped. They just walked straight through CP and just wiped out their defense pretty much. We are going to see quite a lot of frags still coming in for Rushit. A little push from Fake around the back of West as well. They have slightly taken over the spawn of the Axis team, and we are seeing the bounce into some squares. Nice shot from Tony. Is going to just force him to not. Well, he's not going to force him to do anything, but he's not going to be able to make the jump due to that. Artillery down on that boost areas from Tony. Sort of going to be aware of that boost potential. I'll pick up Buzzer here at main. He has got 3 players to deal with. He has managed to get that big double frag in. No revive is going to be coming down at main, and the last remaining medic is at Fake, and Squiz is on a pistol. He decides to stay out on full there. I'm not sure what his ammo situation is actually like. He could have just been whipping out that pistol just until the respawn. We are going to maybe see the aggressive push from Squid across the bridge, as he has got Squid pushing through the trenches, maybe for that nice little bit of support here. He's going to come head to head with Buzzer once more. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Buzzer's doing really good work on main, shutting Squid down quite often, and at least making it be a problem. Nice jump. There's the jump from Squiz. He is going to be able to get his hands on the objectives. He's going to get instantly taken down. That landmine on parts actually took down Tony, so that could be a problem, as you do see Cherry pushing on towards the objective. He will have 2 mines to deal with, and 4 or 5 Axis defenders, and 2 minutes 24 on this clock. This is looking good for a full hold at the moment for Erase, and Rushit really just need to group themselves basically for one big large-scale attack on the west parts, because at the moment it's a little bit fragmented. They have managed to get there once or twice, but it's not been enough. Like, they've only managed to sort of have that remnants of an attack once they actually get onto the parts. We're gonna see who's getting the most of the action. A little push from Fate coming. 3 players for Rushit in position. SA getting off some shots, and you're actually going to see the artillery come down on west. Player getting in that double frag at the back spawn. As Snatics and players, I don't think they've actually been forced to spawn back once, and that is pretty much primary objective for the allies when you're attacking, just to force them off this back spawn. And I don't think that's happened at all, as you do see them both spawn back in again. Spawn field frag does come in. Lamp taken down for full. This is the start, as we do see actually the objective taken by the allies. I'm not sure where it's gone. It has been dropped again. Knight taken down, as you do see the MP40 frag coming in by Tony, and there's no more allied players in position. Mouse gets that double frag on the back spawn. Maybe this is the chance that the Axis, the allies, sorry, need. Are we going to see that full spawn back from Axis? It is going to be that last minute of action. You have to set a time really to have a chance here, of course, to get the first map. But again, we do see a little bit of a fragmented attack. Knight has made it across. He has gone into that prone position on the boost, so he is likely to give them that sneak. As they have got 3 or 4 players. Oh, has he been taken down? I've got no idea what happened to Knight. He managed to find his way towards a bush. Of course, Knight's going to get his hands on the objective. He is going to get boosted towards main. The objective did not fly down onto the main road, unfortunately. It is going to get returned. And with 24 seconds left on the clock, this looks very, very good for an erase full hold, regardless of what happens in the last 20 seconds. This is a brilliant defense recovery from erase. It looks shaky as hell at the beginning. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any players in position for Rushit to even touch the objective, let alone get away towards main. And that is going to be a race with a full hold. I was talking to Telly in the last cast that we did. I think it was it a race against Visual? I can't remember exactly. And he said to me, a race on one of these teams that they can be a bit shaky in the beginning. It can take them a bit of time to get going, but once they set up their back defense, it can be really, really solid on radar. And we just saw it. Rushit didn't really have any answers. They weren't really overwhelming that back spawn enough. In my opinion, they need to just... This back spawn is almost the key to radar. If whoever controls this, unless you just have a really bad spawn where like everyone misses their shots, which can happen for a team, but I mean it's happened once or twice, no doubt, in the history of every player, and they've just randomly lost a round like that. But if you've taken over this back spawn as the allied team, you're going to force 6 players to spawn back here at the hut. Artilleries, airstrikes, there's going to be 6 players just like dancing around this area. Everybody who's shooting this way is shooting the same way. They're not going to get shot in the side. There's not going to be any issues with just that roamer pushing around and shooting you in the side. But when player and Snatics have just got that freedom to spawn at that area and just constantly sort of roam around, they were just roaming around the building. They weren't even really doing anything spectacular. It's like, I mean, it's kind of standard. They were just going up pretty much here and just going down, and then on just before the respawn they just push out here and just clear it out, and then they rinse repeat. They do it every spawn, and that is how you play the back area of the spawn. It's really well played by Snatics and player, both getting a reasonable amount of frags, I assume. Let's check that out. We do see Buzzer actually on main, 28 frags, followed up by player with 20, and we did see, yes, a full hold come out from Erase, so they can't lose radar. They're definitely gonna have that point on the board come the end of the game. But they can, however, win radar, and this is going to be their attack. You're going to see Lamp off the bat. He's the first player in towards side. Knight going very aggressive. He has decided to kill out. Airstrikes are going to do the work, though. Knight getting 1 frag, the other airstrike getting another, and Rushit picking up 4 frags off the bat on this respawn. Mouse double frag, triple frag from Mouse, pushing out towards side as he's going to be sort of given the support by Squid. 4th frag comes in for Mouse. He has decided to kill out, and Squiz is in position. He's going to have 4 or 5 players to deal with. He has to fall back. Mouse gets rifle grenaded, and I think this is the chance for the allies just to push towards that side area. The loop around from main it came in, but he is going to get taken down. Cherry did get 1 frag in. Coops double frag. He has pushed aggressive out towards
from the CP, and then Mouse and Squiz both push out from the flag area, and you do see double frags coming out, triple from Squiz, but they have somehow made it through. No Gibbs coming in, seemingly, as you do see SA, the engineer, pushing towards Knight, who has decided to go back to the CP. Kind of surprised Lamp there, as he did abandon his engineer. I think they assumed it was clear after taking down Coop. And no plant is going to come in just yet on this side area. We have got Tony sort of flanking over towards the side just to get this done. We will have a player to deal with. He doesn't want to use his charge here. That's the main key. He has been taken down by that landmine. Oh, that was really unfortunate from Coop. He is going to be able to kill the medic anyway. But that rifle grenade could have gibbed Tony, but it was just on the other side. It was going for the stop of the defuse, the stop of the plant, should I say. Nice frag comes in from Snatix. He's going to get cornered. No suit for him. And they have got that aggressive 3-man side defense at the moment. You do see Knight and maybe a couple of medics here on this side area. Knight wants to put it down on artillery. I can tell. My LT hands are tingling as we do see the artillery come down. I think the plant will probably come down on this side area. I think it was a bit too far out. Knight's nade actually took down Tony somehow. I've got no idea how that managed to happen. And the side plant is still a massive issue here for a race. And then they don't really want it to be that big of an issue. They have taken even longer than Rushit. And Rushit took quite a while, but they already secured main. They had actual like map presence, and at the moment Eraser basically, this is the first spawn for them because they have got no control. They have got nothing in their hands, no objective. They are trying to push in for the flag. Tony nearly touches it. It is going to be the grab from the allied team, and they are going to get their hands on the flag. So get the plant down at main, secure that 100% for your team, and that'll be good. Cherry double frag at main though. He's going to try and cause issues. He's going to push towards the flag. Does get taken down by Tony, and that's a bit of pressure relieved. The frag comes in from Cherry on that artillery frag. Just that sort of, you just know that there was a fist pump involved there. He's just like, yes. Okay, so the plant is going to come down on main. SA gets that plant in, and once they secure that, the flag is 100% in their hands as normal. They will have about 8 minutes on those main pushes, but they're going to have to make side work. They haven't put down the plant there yet. It's 3.5 minutes gone already for the team. Yeah, nice play from Snatix. Decides to try and clear out those mines. Plant will he tries to clear out the mines. Does clear them out, quote unquote. And then when he thinks it's cleared, Tony comes in for the plant, and then he finds a mine and kills his teammate. That is just not what you want at all. As the plant has gone down finally at side. It took nearly 4 minutes to go down, and it's going to be rush it to show how side is defended. Basically, that's their aim. They don't want to get rolled over themselves. Pretty much that first stage defense will be pretty much a non thing if they get rolled over at CP. You do see Squiz pick up a triple frag at main. They decided to push towards main while they're waiting for that dynamite to blow. And Squiz and Cherry playing on this main area are just going to hold it off. They're playing quite aggressive. Squiz is still in position here, but the pushes will start coming towards side. I am watching Coop here. He has messed up his grenade, but no one's going to get team killed by that or anything. The strike does come out from Knight, and the team kill actually going to come in. I don't think the strike actually managed to go out the door, so it's going to be a 2-man defense here. Squid and Coop. Nice grenade comes out. They are starting to get back up, and Mouse picking up a frag. Squid's pushed across from main, and it is going to be Coop to just push forward, putting a lot of damage. Although Coop didn't get that mega frag like you would sort of expect from a rifle on side, he was getting in plenty of damage. Nice revive's going to come in from Mouse. Gives his life up for the rifle, and I'd say that it's a really, really good play because the rifle is so key here at side. I'm going to try and pick up Coop once more. If Coop manages to repay the faith paid into him by Mouse, gets that double frag, that's going to help his team out quite a lot. Lots of more spam coming down. Knight's going to be able to get that frag in as well. But the revives are going to come in for a race, and they're going to push towards CP with a Panzer as well. Slightly taking over. Squiz, last man alive. He decided to flank across from main. And he's going to be able to get 2 frags in. Nice play from Squiz. Just on the slowdown, but they are going to be able to get their hands on CP. So that was about a minute's defense for Russia. And as long as you can do better than your opponent, it's not too bad. And they're only leaving their the allied team with 6 minutes to get things done, but Coop pushes towards CP, does manage to get that triple frag with the support of a couple of teammates, and it does look like they managed to retake CP. Big mistake from Erase pushing out from CP. They should have just sat inside, waited for that covert op, as you do see him in position now, as Tony and Coop exchange rifle grenade. Coop is going to get picked up, so the CP defense is back in action for the Rushit team, and this is going to be again, breaking down this CP defense could be so difficult at times. Really difficult. You do not want to have to do it twice. Squiz going really aggressive there. That would normally be a really dumb play, but Squiz doesn't play side. He plays main, so he saw the short spawn time and just thought to try and take them by surprise a little bit. Nice rifle grenade from Tony. Coop did pick up 2 first, but that is a really nice rifle grenade. Coop has been re-picked up. He has been taken down once more. Revive is going to come in. CP defense still holding on at the moment. Squiz has decided to come across once more. He's really good on those rotations from main, and you need a player who can just ideally can read the game, the anticipation that the push is going to come towards the side area. As long as Cherry's all set up at main, it's no problem. Mouse is going to be able to get 1, 2, 3. He is going to be able to pick up that 4 frag, but no Gibbs really coming in, and the revives are going to come in for the allied team, pushing, overwhelming the remaining Axis players. It's going to be down to Knight. He is going to be able to get 1, 2 players. Again, no more Gibbs. Squiz pushes across from that main area once more. Does manage to revive Knight, instantly taken down, and finally Erase managed to take over that CP, but we only needed 1 good grenade or 1 good rifle in there, and that would have been like a 4 or 5 man Gib at one point, because Mouse picked up 4 frags very quickly for his team. But the Erase team are going to hold on to CP. They have managed to actually build it up so the forward spawn is in their hands, but they've only given themselves 4 minutes and 15 seconds to get their hands on East and West, and that's almost half the time that Rushit had, and they couldn't do it. So they're also going up against big top aimers, and breaking down their back spawn is going to be very difficult as well. We are checking out Squiz here. We're going to see what he can do on that mad flank, as he's going to go around through main and just push out through the CP. I guess he knows the respawn's coming in soon. He's gonna wait. We'll spec out what else is happening. There's actually pressure coming on towards West. Coop's going to be called into action. Luger out. He's going to take down Snatix. No, he's not. He's actually going to get taken down by Snatix. Cherry gets in that refrag. No objective grab for the allies on West, but an early pressure with this short remaining time onto West. I wanted to see what Squiz could do there, but he just seems to be that ninja roaming around the map. He can get a bit like that sometimes, especially here on Radar. We do see players like Raz do the same sort of similar business. And we are going to see Basler, I believe, pick up the objective. He is going to start pushing away towards this long area. He has actually made it away with it. He's going to push on through CP as well. And this is where Squiz can get called into action, as we're going to see what he can do. He does push out of main, and he's going to put some pressure on towards this objective. And Squiz, Raz, very well known for this sort of aggressive play on main. Be a bit lurky, doesn't want to give away his position too much, but he has had to take someone down to get into this position. So we're going to see a grenade come out. He isn't going to be able to stay alive to take that objective, so the objective is going to get secured, and Erase have 2.5 minutes to get that West parts in the back of the truck. It's going to be very difficult. This is attacking for the map victory. If they don't manage to break the time, they will of course just have that double full hole in their hands. So no huge loss for Erase, but you want to take your advantage when you can when you're playing against such top opposition. If you can get a map on the board in the first map against Rushit, it's a huge advantage where you can just get even just a slight bit of fortune on that second map and the game's yours. As we do see the Erase team completely overwhelming this back spawn, and this is what I talked about, what Rushit was sort of lacking. No real big fraggers coming in for the Rushit team on this back area. 4 or 5 players set up at West at the moment. Artillery has gone down, and this is where it's like a fish in a barrel situation. They're having to back off from the West parts. 3 players around the back of these West parts right now. They are starting to get in some frags, but the push is coming in. Buzz is going to be able to take down one. Lots of damage put on towards Mouse. He is going to actually take him down. Coop gets that refrag in instantly. And the revives will come in for Rushit. So sort of holding on. Last gasp sort of deal, as we're going to be moving into double-digit seconds very soon. As Are we already in double digits? Are we already in double digits? Yes, we are. We're in 70 seconds left. And they're a bit more aggressive play here on this back spawn. And this is what I like to see. You have to be aggressive, especially on your spawn time. 3 guys decide to spawn in here. Bit more relief for the west parts. Rifle in the hands of Cherry. He decides to hold off on main. Not sure about the choice here. Push is coming in towards the back area. He has actually managed to get a frag, so maybe it works. There's a couple of erase players pushing towards these parts. Sorry, towards this back spawn. Trying to put pressure onto the west parts, but they're running out of time, and Mouse is going to make short work of them anyway. So we did see 2 players on that main road, but again, Rushit and Erase are suffering from the same issue. I think Rushit can question their attacks a bit more because they had so much time, whereas Erase is sort of forcing the matter. They haven't got much time to really get things done here. SA's at the back of West. He is going to try and push on towards the objective. He is actually going to get all the way there. Going to get taken down by the landmine. Players doing the dance of death as he does manage to take down 2, but it is going to be the end of the game, or the end of the map, should I say. I think they might have got away with it, maybe. I'll say maybe. But that's going to be a double full hold. It is going to be 1-1 after Radar. We are on to Gold Rush, and it is going to be Rush on the defense first. Their tank defense can be really solid at times, and the race have struggled on the attacks when we've seen them in the past here on this first stage. They can sort of get bogged down, and they're going to go for that main push. Mouse gets in that double frag, and he's got the support of Cherry and Squiz. The Rive will come in, and nice idea with the smoke on the main area from the Covey, but he didn't do it deep enough and sort of smoked off his own team rather than smoking off the Axis, unfortunately. 2 or 3 players at the back area for Rush at the moment. Coop's going to get those looping nades in towards side. Does manage to get 2 frags in. A rifle grenade and a grenade. That looping grenade we saw did actually manage to take someone down. But at the moment, Rushit dealing with that early pressure fairly well. I don't see any CP diff builds coming in. I must have missed it. As a double man push up towards back is going to put on a lot of pressure towards Squid. Landmine frag does come in from Coop, and he's going to get that second frag. No revives coming in there. And he did some brilliant cover play for his teammate who had to kill out. And that's that back push sort of shut down very early. And we're going to see the respawners come in for a race. They're going to push towards this side area. That's actually going to bundle towards main. It's a 4-5, maybe even a 6-man push. I'm not sure where their 6th player was. Tony was somewhere else. He didn't decide to kill out. And that can actually... well, he's in this side area. He's going to get support. The 2 medics come in looping around. Lamp is going to get dropped very, very quickly. And it's going to be a 4-man push on towards side here. And Rushit are getting plenty of frags. Knights in this corner. This is a dangerous play from Rushit. You don't want to group up too much when Tony's around. He can get those frags very, very easily. He is going to push in. Does manage to get in quite a bit of damage onto 2 players. Manages to take one down, but the revive does come in. And here comes the response from Rushit. They're going to be able to shut down that side and main push very, very quickly. And at the moment, Rushit doing a really good job. Don't look really too bothered. We did see some of this team. When I say some, do I mean 2? I think I mean 2. I think Squiz and Cherry are the only players who were part of the last LAN winning team. Oh, Coop, sorry. I completely messed that. Coop has rejoined the team. Of course, I did talk about, sort of like touch on it on the last game when we saw Russia. But they have actually swapped out a lot of their team members, and I saw mentions of maybe there was just like internal conflicts, and these teams have actually, this bunch of players, this big group of players have actually had their issues in the past. You can get, of course, when you've played together for so long, you can get those arguments pop in. But we are going to miss Xylos and Heya for the LAN event, which is a real big disappointment for me. But if you're going to miss big names like that, you do want to replace them with big names. And they got Knight in, they got Coop in, and they're going to be able to do the business. Knight, of course, winning, like, I don't know, tons of LANs, been in loads of finals. Coop as well, multi-LAN winner. They've got some big pedigree to replace those players, and they're going to have to, these players play together quite a lot, but they're going to have to make sure they're well gelled before the event. They struggled yesterday against Trick Jump. It's only a seeding tournament. Doesn't count for as much as the actual LAN event, and while I've been talking, Rushit haven't really been put under too much pressure, and I would have broken my stride, but here it comes. SA artillery frag. That's a triple frag coming down from SA in essence, as he did actually get a gib on someone who was going to be mid revive. It was the double frag, in fact, but yeah, it still counts for 3 as the player pushes across the top. He is going to be able to take down one at back area, and I think it was just the last player alive is Cherry. The build starts coming in, but where's the revive? Lamp, oh my god, nice play by Cherry. Last man alive. It was so key that he got in that frag. Player was well out of position there. He should have been supporting his engineer, but the frags coming in from Tony. More frags, Buzzer as well. They need to keep up this pressure to erase players. Tony with a double rifle grenade. He's going to be able to get that 4 frag on the first stage. Can they take control now? They need to push in and just keep the Rushit guys under huge amounts of pressure, and they are. And the tank is going to get built up. Finally, I think that could have happened about 30 seconds ago, if not for the crazy play by Cherry, taking down his brother. In fact, player and Cherry are the brothers. As we are going to see Snatics bounce down the hill. Going to try and hold on to this barrier stage. And we do see a first stage coming in for Rushit that is close to 5 minutes, which is really, really good. Mal's on LAN. Yep, he will be on LAN in a couple of weeks. This is just a seeding tournament, as we do see Rushit get a couple of frags in. Snatics, nice frag by Snatics. I think, Coop does get revived. Really unfortunate for Snatics. But only thought about looping that nade up before the frag. That would have been amazing. As we are seeing the push towards the bridge for Rushit. They have got the tank to deal with. The barrier is not going to get built up as it is destroyed. The tank has already moved on past it. But they are going to start getting in some frags around this sort of lighthouse area. Lighthouse with no ocean. There must be an ocean somewhere. There must be. As the tank needs to get rebuilt up by the allies. Axis quite set up here at the top of CP. The tank is getting rebuilt and it is going to get repaired, so it will keep rolling on. Rushit are going to try and get in some frags. We do see Mouse pick up one. He has got the headshot onto the killing of Buzzer. He decides to kill out. And Rushit look quite set up at the moment. They need to add minutes here. They haven't managed to get that barrier added to their defense. So no free time there. But their first stage defense was very strong. Nearly a third at a time. Sorry, it was over a quarter. It was nearly a third at a time taken off the clock by the Axis team. Mouse getting that double MP40 frag, and Erase doing a good job to just keep their teammates alive after getting fragged out. Coop picking up a double frag as well, and nice airstrike comes down from Knight. He does manage to destroy the tank and get that frag in. And at the moment, Rushit looking pretty strong. If they manage to get it down to half time, basically, before this truck gets into position, it's going to be pretty ideal for them to get that full hold, or at least get a very substantial defense on the books, or in the books. As do see Miles take down Buzzer in that balcony room. He was only dealing with one Erase player, and this is a problem we see from Erase a little bit. They do get a bit too. It does get a bit too chaotic, and their attacks get broken up. They need to push together as a massive team. 2 or 3 players have to defend every side, basically, for Rushit. If you get overwhelmed by 4 guys, it's going to take that big, huge frag to really shut you down. And you need to just overwhelm a position and flood. You need to flood. Sort of like how it is on the backstage of Gold Rush, where you push across the top. Medic is actually going to get taken down in the upper area, and they are short on medics, the Rushit team. They have only got a maximum of 3 at the moment. And Miles is all the way over on this side of the map. But by the long ammo side, as Knight's artillery is going to be able to take down Buzzer. I think he was rebuilding. Maybe it was Lamp who was the engineer. And the tank is going to get instantly damaged after getting rebuilt. And at the moment, like I've already said, Rushit picking up lots and lots of frags. But we are going to see that double frag on the back area. Erase, SA, Tony, both picking up frags. And SA actually managed to get down an artillery at first arch. But I think Knight knows it's here. He is going to nearly get taken out by it. Spawn protection is going to save the day. The rebuild's going to come in at the tank. And we have got 3 guys underneath CP for the Axis team. As the tank rolls on, mines are going to get a bit of damage in here. Nade's looping over the top as well, going to help out. And frag comes in, another damage. Nice stuff. Nice stuff from Rushit. I've said this before. If you can damage the tank 2 or 3 times, you start getting to that negative loop of charge for the engineers. It is also very frustrating as an allied team to have to constantly build up the tank. You want to get on that last objective. You don't want this to be an issue. Wow. Wow. Coop's going to be able to take down Tony. He was going to just whip out those pliers and just build it up. Lamp in position to just get a lot of the charge in. But he has got full charge, but we are going to see another build come in. I don't think they're going to be able to damage it this time. Knight has misplaced his artillery. He has done it behind the tank. I guess he assumed once that engineer was taken down by Coop. They have actually managed to take it down before it got in position. And this is going to be tilt mode for a race at the moment. Rushit doing a really good job getting in the frags and getting in the damage on the tank. They've added like, what, 4 minutes to the clock on this tank push, which is really, really impressive. To add nearly a third of the time of the map on the tank defense is a good job. They are hunting SA. I've managed to find him, mounting his head on the wall. There's a trophy in Miles' cabinet. He is going to get taken down, but the tank rebuild is going to come in. And the push on towards CP is just sort of distraction. Coop's going to be able to get in that frag. It is actually Cherry to get in the double frag, but finally the tank makes it into position. And you're going to see the bank doors get blown open now as the Allies are on the final stage. They need to get that CP in their hands to get that forward spawn, but they have given themselves a reasonable chance of setting a time here on Gold Rush. 5 minutes isn't much time, but at least you've got a chance. Rifle Grenade's going to come out from Coop. He's going to respec up very soon. After they lose that CP, he's probably going to pick up that medic role. I know he likes to play that bank third arch sort of position as that medic. Erase fully in charge here at CP, but they need that Covey to get into position. You're going to see SA push over the top. He's got an artillery to deal with here. If this gets a big frag, Knight, really unfortunate. I think he got really unlucky there. There was the grouping of those two players and the artillery coming down. It really could have gone his way, but unfortunate for him, fortunate for Erase, they're going to be able to get their hands on the CP, and I think they've managed to build it up. Forward spawns taken under control. And Rushit don't have too much more to do. Knight going in just ultra aggressive here. He is going to be able to take down one. He should have done a bit more of an aggressive artillery, I feel. Just done it on his own head, basically where he was lying, because I think the blasts are going to come down and give that away too much for the Erase guys. But that's just annoying, frustrating play. Just to slow them down by 5 seconds, even just getting in the kill, it's just going to annoy you. It's just going to distract you from the main thing you've got to be doing, which is getting your hands on the objective, trying to set a time. And it does look like Rush are going to force a race into the sort of situation they were on Radar, where they're going to have to defend. This time they're going to have to defend to stay in the game, because if they lose Gold Rush, it is going to be over for the Erase team. Unless they can get if they get their hands on the objective. You do want to set a time regardless of the time, because you don't want to get a full hold or defend the entire time against Rushit a second time and not have a victory in your hands. How would that be? 2 double full holds against Rushit, but because you failed to set a time, it's not going to be a victory, and you go to a decider. That is not what you want at all. Race taking their sweet time at the moment. 3 minutes remaining. They are going to be able to clear out this spawn area. The push coming towards the front of the bank. 3-4 players pushing, swarming towards this bank area. Revives are coming in. Really nice medic play. Lots of frags coming in for Rushit. But the medic play is on point at the moment for Erase. Respawn coming in for Rushit, and they're going to be able to pick up so many frags here. The entire attack shut down. Buzzer is actually the last one alive, as he's going to get dropped by Coop. So if I bring up the console, you can see no frags really coming in for Erase, but they managed to continue that push just from the medic play. Cheeky play, I know who that is. It's got to be Knight. It's got to be Knight. And you know he's got the sniper rifle when he's the Covey. He always rolls with that sniper rifle. He is going to be able to destroy that CP. And again, it's just annoying. They've managed to rebuild it. They're probably not going to miss a spawn at the CP, but it's just shut down one entire attack. It distracts 2 or 3 players. And it just gets you to the point where you're just not focusing on the main objective just for a small amount of time. Nice triple kill on that first arch. Is going to be able to get a big kill for his team. I'm not sure about the Gibbs situation there. I think they must have all tapped out. There we go. There are all the bodies. Squiz in position at this second arch is just decides to loop across just to see if it's all good. Nice tracking mid-air from Squiz. Manages to take one down there. And he's going to have more players to deal with. He has got SA on this first arch to deal with. He isn't going to be able to get that frag in, but he has given his team the information. 1 minute, 33 seconds left. I don't think there's enough time for the Erase team. They haven't even got their hands on the objective yet. So to get it in the back of the truck and get the truck up the hill, regardless if the defense was even there or not. I don't know if they've got enough time. And Rushit, this is simply a brilliant defense from Rushit. Their first stage defense was, what, 5 minutes? They didn't have a barrier defense. Their CP defense was 4.5 minutes with the tank getting destroyed like 5 or 6 times on that push. So it's been really, really nice from Rushit. Lots of frags coming in at this on these last few pushes. I think that's Knight with a double kill, and Mal's picking up a double as well. Lots of doubles and triples coming in today for pretty much everybody on the Rushit team. And when your entire team is putting in work like that, it takes a lot of pressure off all of you basically to perform, and it actually makes you perform better in this at the same time, because you can just freely just play how you can. You know, get the frags you can. If you've got that one player on your team who needs to get those 4 kills, which, to be fair, for a race they have got players that need to get the big frags to actually break down defenses. It can be very difficult. It puts a lot of pressure on your entire squad. So it's going to be the last few frags of the game. Squid picking up a triple himself, I think, and he's just going to shoot off the bridge. 10 seconds remain, and it is going to be a full hold here on Gold Rush for Rushit. And they're going to attack for the map win, for the game win. I'm not going to get it wrong this time. Yesterday, I was like, oh, we're going to a decider, guys. And it's like, no, we're not going to decider, Merlin. No. Okay. All the awards going Rushit's way, but look at the frags. 33 frags for Miles, 4.5k damage. Squiz were 29 and 5.1k. Saw a lot of work coming out from Cherry and Knight, doing a lot of spam work on that tank, getting the job done. Really nice work from those two. Coop was in on the action as well. The spammers basically, and the medics as well, because when you respawn, if you just lob your grenade at the tank, you know, that's decent enough. But the spam guys really did a good work. I mean, it must have got damaged, what? It must have been 4, 5, 6 times. One of those. And anything over 2, I'd say, is pretty good, just to annoy the other team. And it wasn't like they were just damaging it, it was getting rebuilt instantly. It was actually taking sometimes up to 30 seconds to a minute to get rebuilt. So that's really a really good job. Looking across to the race team, 21 frags coming out for Player and Tony. Player picking up that big damage award for his team. But not really breaking down the Rushit defense too easily. 15-minute full hold when you consider the frags are so, like, not that one-sided, all things considered. Same with the damage. I mean, it's only, what, a 25% increase, and that's kind of standard. So with the stats, it didn't look too dominating, but the gameplay was very methodical, and like I say, like if it increased your damage based on your tank damage, I mean, these guys, it'll be very, very swayed just because of that. Just because of that tank damage. I think they added, like, must have been 3 or 4 minutes to the clock, which, if you're getting to that backstage and you've only got 4 or 5 minutes, and they're getting annoyed at the CP by Knight and that barrier as well, it's just really nice actions from the Rushit team. It is going to be the attack for Rushit. They're any time will do for them. And again, they've relieved themselves of the pressure. Even if they don't get the time in, we're just going to go to a decider. We're not going to have any problems in terms of a race winning just yet for the Rushit team. And Coop gets off that early frag. Actually stops the mine going down at main as well. So they're going to have a lot of freedom to just walk in, pretty much. Coop tries to get a frag on the respawn area. Nearly takes down Tony. He was in that sort of area, but I think he just misjudged that shot. He was under fire, so it's going to be difficult for him to defend. And shaky start for a race. Do look a bit defensive. They just giving Rushit full freedom to just walk inside, which is a really big mistake in my opinion. As Rushit are getting a bundle of frags. Squiz does take down someone who was playing quite aggressive at the back area. I think that was Snatix. It was indeed. As Rushit are going to push towards this side area again. Mal's getting in one frag. He is going to try and push in towards this main area. Double push towards back. He is actually going to be able to support those back players from this main area. And this is something that can be quite hard to sort of deal with and predict. Nice play from Mal's. Nice. Mal's very, very well known for that aim. But that's some really nice sort of like... that's teamwork in my opinion. Even though you're not got any team around you. He's actually just... He's willing to take a death to clear out mines. Which is really a really nice job for him. And the push up back is actually going to get shut down. Lots of frags coming in for the Erase team. But they're so on the back foot, they haven't really managed to take any control at this first stage. Side is completely open for the Rushit team. Double rifle grenade comes out from Tony. He is going to be able to sort of relieve the pressure. And Erase just need to take back parts of the map. Mouse is going to push in 4 or 5 players around this tank. They're all medics, unfortunately. And the respawn will come in very soon for Erase. They might just give it up, though, because I think they did all spawn back. The barrier is going to get built up. I think they just gave it up. And it looked like they were giving it up very, very early. Off that first spawn, they were playing so defensive. Once they respawn back in, they never push past that tank, pretty much. And you can't play Gold Rush first stage like that. I know you're playing against Rushit. It can be very hard. You don't want to push across and get taken out mid-run. But if you give them that freedom to just push inside and push up back, they're just going to walk all over you. Squiz with the double Panzerfaust does actually manage to get 2 down on... was that the respawn of Erase? It was. I think maybe there might have been 1 reviving on that. I did hear a revive sound, I think. As we have got Lamp playing up at this CP, but he's all by himself. And we did see the defense from Rushit actually have a 2 or 3 man defense here. Tony has joined him, and this is key. Need to do something. The barrier has been planted by Coop. And the plant will blow any second. Erase not getting any frags, and you are seeing 2 Rushit players just all over the back spawn, Knight getting 2 frags in. Those are revivable. Barza with a big triple kill. He is going to get shut down though by Cherry. So he sort of did the job, but basically I think 2 of those kills were only just spawn campers. So those guys were ready to go out, give up their lives, and the tank is in position pretty much for the allied team. This isn't great for Axis. They have managed to damage the tank though, and that is a good job. I think Tony had his hand in that, as he is underneath CP. He is going to get in some damage. A few frags coming in for Erase now, and they need to just build on this and just try and get some confidence. The backstage actually does sort of play into their style though. If you're going to be very passive or even defensive like they were on the first stage, I mean, if you did it on the last stage, it isn't so bad. You can sort of like surprise and sort of ambush the attackers quite a lot, pushing on towards third and bank. But those sort of defensives, I've always said when I casted on Warwitch TV, when I casted here, last ditch defenses are fine if it's a last ditch sort of timing. If you've got like 10 minutes on the clock, you don't want to have that defense where if it falls, that's it. If there's like 20 seconds on the clock in terms of game time that they can get the objective in time, that's okay. So here we go. Erase actually playing quite aggressive here now at CP. Artillery is going to come down at this first arch. They are going to be able to push on through it. And it's actually going to keep Snatix and Tony in the spawn. So a little bit of a slow reinforcement time for the Erase players. 4 players taking their sweet time to get back towards this tank. And I hear it getting built up. It is going to be Squiz in position to try and get some frags in. And he is going to be able to manage to take down 1. 4 frags coming in for Rushit. Squid with that double frag. And again, like I said, it's very hard to deal with big frags coming in all at once. I mean, a 4-man frag from 1 player is amazing, but if 4 players or 3 players getting 1 or 2 frags apiece in like 1 second, I've always said this, it's very, very difficult. It's a massive boost for your team if you can manage to do that. Tank is in position. Gold is going to be available for the allies. And the Rushit team are going to try and... I think they maybe got their hands on the CP already, I'm not sure. I need to get the command map sorted out. It is going to be actually Knight at the CP as a Covey. He has got a nade to deal with. He is going to get taken down. The CP has already been destroyed though. And there it is. It's built up. The forward spawn is in allied hands. They have got nearly 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes to get this backstage. And we are going to see what the Erased team can do on their defense to try and actually get another full hold. We did see them get full held here on Gold Rush. They didn't have anywhere near this sort of time to attack it with on the last stage, so Rushit give themselves plenty of time. Job's not done yet though. We have seen Rushit with 8 minutes on the last stage of Radar, and they didn't manage to get a time. So who knows? It's not over until it's over. Erase is getting in some frags. That defensive play here at Bank is going to start getting shut down. No, SA does manage to get in revive. Frags coming in for Rushit, and you're going to see them just sort of survive maybe just a little bit. But Buzzer is going to be able to get that shut down frag on towards Mouse. And I think there's 2 players alive at the Bank. I think SA actually is, or Snatix is all by himself. He's going to get completely overwhelmed there. shut down by Squiz. He didn't even manage to get his gun out nearly. Squiz with the objective. That's who you want to pick up the gold. He's you imagine someone literally carrying a crate of gold and strafing, just moving like Squiz does. Yeah, that makes complete sense. As he's going to move across the top. He's going to get shut down. He has got lots of allies though for support, as Coop's going to be able to re-pick up that objective. The respawn's coming in for the Axis, and Coop plays it brilliantly, gets that angle so nobody can shoot him, and he's going to push up towards CP. He's even going to try and take that sneaky rifle shot as he moves on through. He's going to get actually someone come up behind him. He needs to be very careful here. He's going to get shut down. The respawn's not going to come in time for Rushit, and the objective is going to get secured. Nice recovery from Erase. They need to just build on this. Hopefully this is that sort of like impetus for a sort of defense to be set up here at the bank and first arch. Nice strike comes down from player. He is going to be able to take down 2 in that courtyard area, but the push is still coming across. A couple of Rushit players, but Erase finally getting in some frags, and this is the sort of dominance you want to see from a defensive team. You don't want them to see them getting overwhelmed too much. Although brilliant play is brilliant play, Coop's going to be able to get in that double frag, and that's the brilliant play I was talking about. He's going to get shut down, pushing towards that third arch. No revive comes in for him, and no more players in position for the Rushit team. They're going to have that full respawn come back in, and I did just get a follow. Thank you very much for that, as the push comes towards third once more. No damage coming towards Squid just yet, but he has got 2 players to deal with, and I did say Erase are playing very defensive on first stage. They are also playing quite defensive here. All the way at the back of third arch, you do see 2 or 3 players. SA and I think Snatix around the bank area as well. SA gets in that insta-gib grenade, but I think he's pretty much the last-ditch defense for Erase at the moment, as we'll try and pick him up. He has actually respawned back in, and the objective is going to be in the hands of the allies, steaming out towards the back of the bank. I think he's going to go all the way around. He might be able to give him the loop-de-loop. Squiz, it isn't actually Squiz who's got the objective. I'm not sure who's got it. Squiz going to get shut down. Where is the objective? Who's got it? It's Cherry. He has managed to make it out third. He gave us all the mad jukes. He is going to make it up the ramp area towards the ammo crates, but he's going to go back towards his first spawn. I'm in the middle of a coughing fit, as I'm going to see what he can do. I'm going to try and pick him up. He's going to go across the bridge. He has got Squid for support. Nice landmine already set up. That's that mystic Cherry in effect. Build maybe coming in on the barrier. He's going to be able to get that double frag after getting the objective in the back of the truck, but it is going to move on past the barrier, and that's almost definitely going to be GG with 5.5 minutes remaining. I don't think they have anywhere near enough time to get a time on the to sort of defend this. Sorry, the time on the board is going to come in for Rushit, and that's all they need. Any time will do. And the truck is going to keep on rolling on. All the Rushit players just bouncing down, all dying, but managed to get that truck moving a little bit. Squiz picks up a double frag, gets taken down again. But again, I think the truck will be moving very, very shortly. It's so close to the CP respawn. Strike does come down at his first arch. Not going to be able to get in any frags, but Coop's in position to keep that truck moving. And Squid will be, I think, slightly disappointed with that Panzer shot. I think he could have, it was like a little bit more fortune. Could easily have got a triple or a double, a triple or a 4-man even. That was a really nice placed Panzer shot. This is it. This is going to be GG. They're moving the truck all the way. It's going to be Coop and teammate. I'm going to say Squiz. I'm going to say Squiz. No, it wasn't Squiz. It's just Coop. Coop all by himself. I'm not giving him the credit he deserves. Knight decides to spawn back as a Kobe for the smokes. But that is going to be GG. We are going to see Rushit move on to the next stage, where they'll face Visual